What is up, everybody? We are back with another video. Today we're going to do, and this has been requested for a long time, but life goes on.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that's why I would tell people when they kept asking for it and we were doing other ones.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Just kidding. We've been wanting to get to it, but you
Yeah.
know, when we have like a 300 plus list of things we want to react to in
Yeah.
BTS, it takes a while to get to everything.
Yeah.
So we are doing that today. We do have a couple shout outs. Before we get into it though, I am Ziah from Ziah TV. Along joining me is Judah KO, aka the Shizzy.
Hey,
Let's jump into it.
let's jump into it.
Shout out. So first off, patron shout outs. We have Lisa Fisher, loyal support tier patron.
Appreciate you,
And we
Lisa.
have Rock'em or Rokem, support tier patron. So thank you both.
Thank you
really,
guys
really appreciate
so
y'all
much.
for coming in and joining the patron. Welcome to the family. All that good shit. If you join with $3 or more, then you will have a Discord link in your inbox by now. So
Yep.
make sure to check your Patreon inbox for that. And speaking of really awesome things, we stream on Twitch. So
Yeah.
we are currently streaming on Twitch Monday, Thursday,
Yeah.
and Friday. Going to be changing really soon as we have life schedules changing.
Are we
and stuff.
streaming tonight?
Yes, today is Thursday.
Dude, my days are all over the place. I'm
It's
sorry.
all good. So we will be live by the time you are seeing this.
Yeah.
Probably be streaming some Destiny too. Sounds like a good time. So
Yeah.
come hang out with us. Come talk BTS. Come talk about Life Goes On. Whatever you want to do, twitch.tv/ZiahTV Gaming. Highly recommend after you're done with this video, you
Yeah.
come check us out. You know, appreciate that. And
Drop
on
a
top
follow.
of
It
that,
helps us out.
yeah, it does help us out a lot. Don't feel inclined to like donate or anything, but a follow
Yeah.
is free on Twitch, so make sure to do that if you do enjoy our content. And we do have merch now. You know, it's pretty awesome merch. It's BTS
I like
inspired
it.
merch. Yeah,
I like it a
think
lot,
I think it's some cool designs. So if you do want to check that out, then make sure to just check the link in the description and use promo code ZiahTV for 10% off your entire order. And last but not least, if you do want to support us but you don't want to do it through monetary means, which I totally understand, I get it. Money's tight right now.
Yeah.
Then make sure you
Like this video or dislike if you have a problem with it, and then use the comment section to either tell us what we did right, what we did wrong, what we could be doing better, and what video we should do next, as well as just giving us input and info on the videos, which we really do appreciate. And if you guys aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. Helps us out.
helps us out a ton. So without
Turn on that
further
bell.
ado, let's get into this.
I think my head's getting bigger. 2020.
오늘 세상이 멈췄어
Oh.
아무런 예가 더 하나 없이 꿈은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어 자국이 지워진 거리 여기 남아져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 정한 어떤
Start some wars. PlayStation, good choice. So it's BTS. All the Xbox fans are like, no! How could you, Ziah TV? Okay, so this is really awesome because I do remember hearing now that this was about COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember, and this video isn't monetized, so we can say COVID.
Yeah.
It's not going to be monetized anyway, because if you guys didn't know, you usually can't
yeah.
say COVID if
Yeah.
you want a monetized video, because for some reason YouTube's like, shut the fuck up about that. So,
Huh.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I thought you just couldn't say anything about it. Like, you couldn't talk about it.
YouTube's weird right
Call it
now.
the C word.
But we can say it, because hype labels are
We're
just
not
going to
gonna
claim our
say it.
copyright anyway. So, I really like this because, you know, they're from the beginning of the song to where we're at now, you know, basically a minute in, it's very easy to pick out that this is about it. When he's
Yeah.
talking about, you know, like, the world stopped without warning, because it really did. You know, we kind of heard about this thing and we're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like, okay, there's this thing called COVID-19. Okay, it's in China. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? And the next thing you know, worldwide pandemic.
Yeah.
People are forced to stay in their homes. Everything, and like, we don't need to be educated on COVID because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
we all
we're
know
living
COVID by
through it,
now,
yeah.
right? And then he's like, you know, like, and it happened around springtime, so he's like, spring didn't get the memo.
Yeah,
It didn't.
it wa-
Wait.
It's weird because I was overseas during it, or I was on the seas actually, so I didn't get to experience COVID until like months into it. I think. Came
Yeah,
back
it was
in-
like late fall for you, right?
Yeah, well,
Or was it
I can't remember.
earlier
was-
fall?
Mid 2020. So I know it started like we
Oh
started
yeah,
hearing
because
about it.
you
Yeah.
came over, and then mid to late fall is when you moved back up here.
Yeah, yeah. It was really, really, really weird. It was like, it was a very interesting thing to come back to, and like seeing on the news, it was like a zombie apocalypse, or like movie. It was like, oh my god, like the thousands of people are dying, people are being hospitalized.
Yeah, and you're just out on the boat,
and we're like, what is going on?
He was in the Navy, so he was deployed during that time. So you're just like, what the fuck am I coming back to? You're like, don't even want to come back. You're like, staying here.
It was so insane, and like we had to wear masks, and we were on this boat for 9 months straight, and we hadn't pulled into a port for like 5 months, I think, and we had to wear masks on the boat, and it was like there's no way there could have been COVID out there, but it was such a fearing thing. Like everyone was so scared of it, and like we were so scared of it because we were out there wearing masks on this boat when we weren't even touching or like meeting anybody.
Yeah, that's true. And I imagine it'd be even harder for you guys because you're only getting very, very limited information because you don't really have things like internet access on the boat and stuff.
You get like an hour a day, maybe, if you get in your hour time slot, and if there's an available computer. And there was like 20 of us trying to use 2 computers, trying to like email our families. And sometimes they put a delay on that. So if you like email them and like something important's going on, they'll like put a 30-day delay on your email.
Wow.
So you won't even hear from your family for a month plus.
Yeah, so you guys have no idea what's actually going on with the world. You see all the scare version of COVID, and you're like, am I going to come back and everyone's going to be fucking dead?
Yeah, it went from like beer jokes like the coronavirus, oh no, I want my Corona with lime, to hundreds of thousands of people are dying.
Yeah.
It was
very,
insane.
very serious issue. Yeah. So like, I really like this. Going back to BTS, I know we go on our tangents, but you guys love our TED Talks. So I really like this because it very much just immediately, right off the bat, describes exactly what kind of happened with COVID and like how it goes. Yeah. And it fits into that theme. Like when he's saying, like spring came, it didn't know to wait. You know what I mean? It's like, because like life goes on. You know what I mean? Like like, time will continue ticking no matter what's happening. So even if it felt like for us in that time we were in quarantine, where
everything was in stasis.
The world kind of stood still. Yeah. Like the day the world stood still. Yeah. It still continues going on. We still went through summer, and we're almost going into 2022 still dealing with this.
Still dealing with this.
And I really like this because, for your favorite music group to come out and create a song that's so relevant to the issues going on right now, and to create a song that's a song of hope for you in this dark time, it's incredible that they did this, but I'd also expect that they would do this because they're BTS and they're incredible.
I cannot remember right now, but I remember there was a song they were talking about, like with everyone indoors, everyone's kind of more depressed. Do you remember which song that was? I'm forgetting. You guys might know. But they were talking about how like, there's more cases of depression because people are like locked inside and things like that, or like quarantining. And so like for them to be able to be like, life is still going to happen. Things are still going to, I mean, we're only 58 seconds in the song. So
we'll get back into it. But like, I just wanted to say my initial feelings that
their controllers aren't on. That's my only beef with this.
덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 배갑기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 진짜 더 뜨거운 숨
같이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 하니까 발이 뜨지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I cannot go in the forest 하늘 갔다 나오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루도 나가겠지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again 이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네 늘 하루 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일도 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이
I love this. So another thing that I wanted to say is one of the things I noticed is I love how like they're like showing kind of like present day, like sitting there like in quarantine in your house, they're all together and they're watching like kind of like their memories of when they could go out, when they could do stuff again and everything like that. I thought that was really cool. It's just like a really cool like artistic thing to do.
Yeah, and I like how they shot it in like a retro like film idea. So it's like, oh, it seems so long ago when it was like months or now.
Yeah, and then going along with that, you know, like they continue on with this theme of like life goes on, which, you know, obviously because it's the name of the song, where it's like, you know, eventually this will feel like an echo in the forest. I know right now it doesn't seem like the end is anywhere near, you can't see the end, but like eventually it'll be like an echo in the forest. We'll get back to normal, you know, we got this. And something that I just want to say is, if you look throughout history, because people are like, oh man, this has lasted so long, it's been like a year already, it's about to be 2 years or whatever and stuff like that. It's like, well, yeah, it does feel like a long time, but if you look historically, even though we have medical advancements, historically speaking, whenever there's been a pandemic, it didn't go away in a year, 2 years, 3 years, you know. There's been pandemics.
We still have the flu going on, we still had chicken pox for a long time, and people are still affected by chicken pox and things like that. And it's like, a
lot of pandemics usually last a lot longer than a couple of years, you know what I mean?
We come out with like reason or like medical advancements that help limit that, but it still does affect people in daily life.
So I don't want to say this is like a lose hope type of thing, but you got to understand that we will probably be in this for longer than what everyone initially thought, and like we'll learn to work through this together, you know what I mean? Like obviously for people in our lifetime, it's a new thing. We have not experienced a pandemic in our current lifetime, right? That's something you read about in the history books, like, wow, that's horrible. And that happened to us, and we're like, holy shit, this is horrible.
It's like, wow, that was horrible. And now it's happening. It's like, wow, this is horrible.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And so I love it because BTS is on the same kind of like motif about that, where it's like, you know, life will go on. We don't know how long this is going to take. No one knows how long until this is over. But life will go on, and we can get back to those moments, and we still have each other. Like, we still are able to, like, live our lives, even if it is different, and be happy together and still spend time together, even if it's different, even if it has to be over a Zoom call, you know, whatever. Playing video games. You know?
I love this right here. Like the let us thread tomorrow with today, right? It's like building the building blocks for today to help tomorrow be a better day. And I think that's a huge thing, right? It's a huge thing for mental health as well, right? It's like if you're gonna like try to work on your mental health, especially when you're being quarantined indoors and you can't go out and get your vitamin D, which you guys, if you're not taking vitamin D supplements, please start taking them, especially if you're spending a lot of time indoors, right? Because that helps. I'm not a doctor, by the way. Okay, do your own research, but and talk to your own doctor. But let us thread tomorrow with today. It's just like help yourself today so that tomorrow is easier, right? It's just brilliant little thing. I
absolutely agree. And then even to expand on that, you know, think about how many people, us included, started something with quarantine. When you couldn't go out and come, think about how many more YouTube channels, how many more people like
gamers,
started, be like getting into new things. And like we started our YouTube channel during quarantine, and you know, for both of us, we didn't have the normal quarantine experience. I was considered an essential worker, so I was still working, so it wasn't too different from me. My lifestyle didn't change too much because I still had to go out and work, and then I'd come back home and, you know, do my thing. And then when I started YouTube, I would do YouTube the beginning of my day, go work, and then come back, go to sleep, rinse and repeat, right? So my life didn't change too much when COVID started. You know, obviously there were some differences. The roads were a lot more open, which was nice because I did driving.
Really nice.
That was nice. I did enjoy that. The less traffic was nice. But, you know, I still think that even if I didn't get the full experience of being inside all the time, because I know that can be very detrimental to a lot of people, especially people that are social, you know, because we all get stir crazy. Being locked, especially when you're basically forced, like you're told you cannot do something, it makes you want to do it even more, right? So I think that this song right here, because I didn't realize, you know, this song was so new until it started clicking when I remembered the comments that people talked about why they wanted us to react to this and stuff. But I think that this right here is just a perfect example of why you should hold out hope and why you should not give up, is because shit sucks right now, right? You know, for the majority of people in the world, shit sucks right now. We're going through it, but like, we have each other, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day. So we'll get through whatever life throws at us.
Life goes on.
I love that. Yeah, life goes on.
Absolutely.
I go in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없는 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루도 날아가지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again I remember yeah, 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 yeah. I remember.
I love that
That was
closing
beautiful.
scene. And I'll explain why I love that closing scene. Let's get this stuff out of here first.
It's gonna do it. Just wait.
No, if you just minimize it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be fine. I think you have
Sometimes it
autoplay on.
likes to play.
Yeah, sometimes autoplay likes to turn itself back on. So why I love that final scene. My hair's all messed up. So why I love that final scene is because it points out something that I think a lot of people didn't really think about. But for the music industry, when it comes to COVID and artists in general, they suffered a lot.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And I know a lot of
And
people are
we
like,
had-
oh, well, they're so rich and they have so much money. Like they're stuck in this big giant house with a pool and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you could look at that, but you gotta understand from two perspectives, right?
Yeah.
For one, they're an artist. This is what they love to do, and part of being an artist and especially big artists is they go around, they perform, they go on tours,
Yeah.
they do stuff like that.
And we've seen, I think it was on stream, right? Some of the people, the chatters, right, were talking about how their concert that they like bought tickets for got canceled, and it's like that's horrible.
Yeah, it's
go
horrible
back to
for
what
the
you're saying,
people.
sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all good.
Yep.
But that's a good point because
Yeah.
it's horrible for the people that bought
Yeah.
the tickets, and it's horrible for BTS or any other person because
Yeah.
they don't want to cancel their concert. Obviously, they
No.
don't want to like cancel on you and stuff. They're forced to because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does it suck from like an artistic standpoint where it's like, man, I can't go on concert tours,
Yeah.
I can't do this stuff. This is what I love to do, right? But also for like the monetary purpose too, because if you didn't know in nowadays climate, like making money directly from music is really hard.
Really, really hard.
There's only a few ways that you really make money as an artist right now, and for most artists, not all, but for most artists, the number one like high income resource that they get, which means they make more money from this than anything else, is going on tours, performing, concerts,
Ticket
and
sales.
stuff. Ticket sales. That makes them more money than anything else because like you're not buying their MP3s. No one does that
Yeah.
anymore. You don't go on
Yep.
iTunes and spend 99 cents on a thing.
Yep.
You have Spotify, you have your Apple Music, you get to stream whatever you want. You have YouTube.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You're
They
paying
don't
their
make money from
subscription
that.
fees, and they have to put their music on there, which they get a little bit from, and especially with YouTube as well, right? YouTube takes a percentage of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then their label takes a percentage of that, and their production companies, and they've got to
Yeah,
pay
it's
everybody.
tiny. People, I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of misconceptions on how artists make money or like where the money comes from. But for most artists, the majority of their money does come from going on like tours
Yeah.
and doing the concerts and everything like that. That's where most of their money comes from, and selling their merch too.
Yeah.
Merch during the tours and stuff also really, really help. So not being able to do that, artists take a huge monetary hit. And I know there's going to be some people out there that are like, oh well, but they're so rich, they shouldn't need it and stuff like that. It's like you got to understand that even if someone has built all this and is doing well or whatever,
Yeah.
like suddenly having an income stream that was probably worth hundreds of thousands, thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands plus to you, sometimes even millions, probably someone like BTS, honestly, because they're so big and so amazing. Like, even if you are doing well, that's still a huge hit,
Yeah.
And that can literally ruin some people depending on their situation.
Yeah, I
You know
heard
what
that
I mean?
Jimin turned to OnlyFans. I'm just kidding.
Don't tell them that. That'll be the most searched thing.
Jimin's I'm just kidding. I have no idea what. No.
My bad. Don't incite me like that.
guys.
But
Posting
yeah,
pictures
so
on Twitter.
I think that's really cool
Yeah.
because I know that probably more than anything they want to be able to get back on stage, do their tours and stuff like that.
And we know their connection with Army, and we know how powerful that is to them and how meaningful that is to them.
Yeah,
So I'm
absolutely.
sure it hurts them just as much, like mentally, to not be able to connect with Army as Army it can't connect with them.
Yeah, and it's like, we can do live virtual shows and stuff, but it's still not the same as actually being there. Anyone
Yeah.
knows that. You don't need us to
Yeah.
tell you that. So just some food for thought when
Yeah.
it comes to this. In terms of the music video itself, I obviously very, very much enjoyed
That
it.
was
It touches on a lot of
brilliant
good
and beautiful,
topics,
yeah.
and it's it's the light that we need in the sea of darkness that we are currently in.
I
is
think
how I'll put
I'm
it.
sure people listened to that when it first dropped, right? I think people need to go back and revisit that as we're still
Yeah.
in COVID. We're still having mass
Yeah,
restrictions.
2020 it came out,
travel
you know, and
restrictions,
people are
yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is great. This, you know, this will help us through.
Yeah.
But now that we're still in it,
passing
people
in
are
2022.
yeah, and all these variants are coming out, and we're kind of going back into
Yeah.
like more lockdowns, restrictions. It's a good song to pick back up, and it's a good song for us to, I think, visit
Yeah.
during this time too. So, you know, ultimately, I just want to leave it with this, that this song is incredible, and if you are ever feeling down, or if anything COVID related has you down, this is the perfect song to listen to.
Yep.
To kind of, you know, remind you that life goes on, and it will
also,
be okay.
be respectful of other people and their situations as well, because
Yeah.
some people might, in some countries, are different with how wide BTS is. We've learned and experienced, like, be understanding of everyone's different positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, be nice.
Yeah, just be kind to people. It's
kind
not
to
that
people.
hard. You
Yeah.
know, I would argue that it's harder to be a bad person or a mean person than it is to
Yeah,
be
it
even a
takes
decent
so
person.
much energy.
Yeah, so, you know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching
Yeah.
this video. We really, really hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed reacting to the video,
Yeah,
because
brilliant.
it was absolutely amazing. Can't thank BTS enough. And because you're making it to this part in the video, which is the end of the video, then you guys should go ahead and leave this emoji. Hold up with me. Hold up with me together. See?
Support it. So
Support it. Give me your energy.
So heavy.
But appreciate you guys so much, and we will see you
In the next.
Yo, wanna come up, your man better step up. Matter of fact, bet just watch from my checkup. Matter of fact, bet just stop and flex up. Matter of fact, just know I'm finna blow up. Wait, hold up, is it too late? Just set the record straight.